say is that we're in quite a large session with a great number of you joining, so we'd really like it if you could keep yourselves on mute just to stop any background feedback. We will try and take the opportunity to cover questions at the end. We've had some questions before the session that we're going to cover as well, and if you've got anything sort of burning questions, then use the emojis on Zoom to pop your hand up in, and we'll come to you when we can. Okay, as I said, we've absolutely the right time to start this conversation and keep it going. We want to encourage as many people to start talking about this important topic, and I'm going to hand over to do some intros now to Vicky and Heidi. And I've just realised I've stopped sharing my screen, so let's try it again. Okay, over to you guys.
Brilliant, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire, for inviting us along today. We're thrilled to be here, and oh, the slide's gone.
Yeah, it's all right, try again.
Don't worry. And yes, on this rather dreary Friday morning of May, so I'm going to try and not look outside my window. So we are two practicing GPs in the NHS. We have got a lot of years experience, and our specialist interest is women's health, all aspects of women's health. So we go through all the life stages, from contraception, menstrual health, to fertility, to new maternal health, to right through to what we're talking about today, menopausal care and beyond. We do offer private GP consultations, but as GPs, we're in the unique position where we hear how health issues affect people on a day-to-day basis, and whether that be in the home, whether it be within relationships, but we often hear about how it impacts in the workplace, and how that makes people feel. And there's so much more that we can do outside of the GP consultation in enabling women to be able to cope with these changes, and men with a lot of the issues that they may have. So, but what we feel particularly passionate about is there's a lot of information out there on the internet, social media platforms, but we want to make sure that people get that trusted, accurate information, so that if we empower people with good information, the correct information, then that can enable them to make greater health understanding. And also today's about, as Claire has quite rightly said, it's about opening up the conversation. The fact that there's so many issues, health issues, that are still considered a taboo in today's society, we really need to change that, because a lot of it isn't actually health issues, they're just normal life stages. So our main aim is to empower people to be able to have greater health understanding, so they can make better decisions for themselves. So we're going to be talking about some myths today, busting some common myths about the menopause. It is, because we've only got an hour, I believe, if anyone's heard Vicky and I speak before, we could happily talk on this conversation for a whole day probably, but we are going to keep it sort of at a higher level today, quite a generic conversation. But as Claire said, hopefully we will be able to take questions from the floor towards the end. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, Heidi. Just to give you a bit of background as to who I am and why we're running this session today. I'm a health and safety consultant and work with Gateway Consultants. We've been part of the Women in Health and Safety Network for a couple of years, and this is a topic that we're really interested in. Me from a personal point of view, and also because we are two ladies that run our consultancy. We've worked predominantly in male-dominated industries most of our careers, and very much feel that any of these health issues that might affect the diversity of our workplaces is really important to help balance that out. So we work with our clients to try and tackle some of these topics. So that's the reason that we've set this session up. Okay, I have just posted in the chat a survey, so we're doing a bit of research. So if you get chance while you're on the session today, if you could just give us some feedback, that would be really useful. And, you know, thinking about the workplace, why is it important that we start having this conversation? As Heidi said, you know, it's been a bit of a taboo subject. And we know that, you know, we've got workplaces, very diverse workplaces now, with you know, a large percentage of women in our workplaces, and the facts are that we are all going to go through the menopause at some point, and it affects everybody very differently. And actually, from a workplace point of view, we want to keep people fit and well and at work, functioning for as long as possible. So we want to keep that productivity up. We don't want ladies